Hello Doctor Who fans and Doctor Who lovers. Okay, this video is really for my mate Erol, who is a brilliant Doctor Who fan, met him the other day. And yeah, and he got me loads of Doctor Who stuff. And it's about a kind of video about me as a child growing up with Doctor Who and a certain shop that I went to as a child. So yeah, a few things that Erol got me. One was this Trial of the Time Lord video tin. Both times I bought Trial of the Time Lord, I never bought it in the tin box, and so it's nice to have that. It's a bit dusty, but it's really awesome. It's got Patrick Troughton on the bottom. A really cool TARDIS thing, and it's really good collectible, which is really nice. Thanks. Also a Gelf figure, which I really wanted a Gelf figure because it's kind of cool, still in its packaging. Also I got Doctor Who magazine ×2, and also a brilliant, fantastic Doctor Who magazine from 1990, same age as me. And if you want to look at the review of that, go look at the Whovians channel if you're interested in seeing what's inside this magazine and about it. It's on there now on the Whovians channel if you want to go look at that. Okay, putting these magazines down. Okay, growing up as a child within Doctor Who. Okay, I brought up as a fan of Doctor Who via my parents, watching Doctor Who as a child. As I started watching Doctor Who so early on in my life, I cannot remember what was the first story I ever watched. I always kind of remember Day of the Daleks as one, but that's probably because it was probably the first kind of release that they released on video. And so I think the first one was Earthshock, but I'm not sure when I watched that. I remember buying all these Doctor Who videos like this. It says videos on it, I'm sure. Contains 3 videos. And so yeah, I remember buying videos from shops. And I was talking to Erol about this, about buying videos in shops. Buying videos like in Virgin, buying videos in Virgin and MVC and Woolworths and HMV apparently. But I'm sure we didn't have a HMV in Brighton till way into the 2000s. I'm sure. And yeah, so I bought videos. I remember buying I remember having Inferno on the shelf, and Image of the Fandal. I remember that quite vividly because my dad put them on top of the shelf, like there's like in top, really high up in the ceiling, were kind of shelf up there, so we had to watch them together and we couldn't watch them without him. And then we kind of got our independence and kind of bought our own videos, and then from there the collection grew and grew. I remember my dad got Weird Planet for his birthday or something, so we watched that. So most of the videos are probably about a quarter to my dad's and the rest are ours that we put in. I remember buying Invasion of Time in Woolworths because I went into Woolworths and I saw up on Woolworths they had on their shelves loads of these Ice Warrior box sets, and I remember taking one down and having a look and going, wow, this is quite good, but the price was so expensive. And I thought there was hundreds of them in Woolworths. I was like, wow, it's so exciting. But then I saw this video, Invasion of Time, and it had kind of a warrior on it, and I thought, oh, that could be a Sontaran. And I thought, well, should I take a risk with this video and think, oh, there's a Sontaran in it, it could be a Sontaran. At that point I hadn't seen Time Warrior. I've probably only seen Sontaran Experiment, or I can't remember what Sontaran story, or maybe I probably looked at a Sontaran in a book and thought, wow, I want to watch a Sontaran story. And so yeah, because I wouldn't have got the Genesis of the Daleks and Sontaran Experiment video, and I definitely didn't have the Two Doctors video, so it would have been via a picture that I wanted to watch a Sontaran story. And yeah, and there was we're walking this place in Brighton called the Open Market, which is a really low, crappy dump of a place near London Road, which is like a secondary high street, I suppose. Apparently in the day it was a very good high street, before they had Western Road, which is now the main high street in Brighton. And they had, yes, so London Road's now become the lower high street, kind of a dump. And then there's this Open Market, which is kind of a few crappy shops around the side, hairdressers. Don't see who on earth would get their hair cut there. And I always remember there's a fishmongers there and poor shops. And then yeah, there was this shop on the corner, and I saw it said Infinity, and I thought, Arkham Infinity, that's kind of cool. So I kind of looked on there and looked in there, and it had everything Doctor Who in there, and had a fantastic guy running it called Justin, and he was absolutely awesome, and he was one hell of a fantastic Doctor Who fan, and I love Justin, but his whereabouts are not known, and his disappearance is unknown, and you can see it's kind of sad because he just went off and we haven't got a clue where he is. He was a good friend of me and my family, and he just left. He just went, disappeared without a trace, and it's just so sad. And me and my brothers are always kind of upset, and Justin just went off and didn't say anything, but it was kind of sad. And he was a fantastic person. His shop was full of Doctor Who DVDs. So this was into the 2000s where the DVDs started coming out and DVDs would start coming. I remember getting DVDs from there, and they had one side was the DVDs, it had, and on the other side was rare videos. And there was all these videos there that were rare, and also ones that were cheaper that were not so rare. And so we had got some videos from there, which was quite good. And they had the rare ones, so it's always marvel at the rare ones, exciting. And they had loads of other Doctor Who things, like when they started bringing figures out, new series of course, 'cause there wasn't a classic then, and all those other good Doctor Who merchandise. I'm sure I've got a few things from there, magazines were probably one. And yeah, it was really good, awesome shop. It wasn't you're probably thinking as a shop, as in a high street shop. It's a market shop, so it's kind of a small, very small space with a shutter thing coming down, so it's not a very big shop. And Justin was awesome. He loved us little kids. Well, I was a little kid then, and my little brother was even littler than me, three years younger than me, so he's kind of younger than me. And so we're new little kids, and we're really excited about Doctor Who. Yeah, and it was before 2005, because I remember talking to Justin about the new series, we were all excited about all these rare episodes on the side, or on the videos, and we're really excited to go, I want to see this one and this one and this one. And he had this fantastic book called The Legends, which is, if you get a chance to buy it, it's absolutely awesome. The Legends, with all, it goes through every single Doctor Who episode there is. And I remember going through the book and going, oh, I want to see this one, and I want to see that one, I want to see this one, I want to see that one, I want to see this one, and kind of the chart, and I was pointed to the Underwater Menace, and Justin said, oh, that doesn't exist anymore, and I was like, what? And that was the first time I realised that the BBC actually burnt these tapes and destroyed them forever. And I was so upset. I was so upset. I thought I could see every single episode there was. But no, some of them were actually gone and burnt, and the bastard of the BBC destroyed them. And so, yeah, I was really shocked. That was the first time I actually saw that in Justin's shop, right there in front of the book. Yeah, and it was kind of weird, yeah. And getting back to the thing, I used to like doing acting kind of stuff, so I used to put do like kind of a, I'm Toby, I'm doing a show about Doctor Who clips, and I brought all the clips in, recording them off the television screen, and them all blurry, and I gave my tape to Justin. He actually played it on his television. He had a television up on the wall somewhere, and he played my video, and as people were walking in, they actually saw my video on there and me talking about it, and it was really cool. And then Justin was really nice, and I used to come from school to the Infinity in the open market, and I used to sit down, and Justin used to play a rare videotape of Doctor Who on the television screen, and I used to sit down there and watch it, and it was awesome. I used to sit in the shop, just sitting there, looking up at this TV screen, watching a rare Doctor Who episode, and it's like, it was so amazing. I was like sitting in the shop as a child, watching these episodes, and customers were coming in and talking to Justin, buying stuff, and it was me just sitting there watching this episode. I remember watching Terror of the Autons in colour, and watching, because it was only in black and white, and I remember watching the Silurians in colour, and then for a Christmas one day, he went to a special BBC or some place, and he copied the whole of The Invasion, because The Invasion was the story that me and my brother wanted to watch more than any other story in Doctor Who when we were a child. And so The Invasion was a massive one that was so rare, no one could get their hands on it. It was so incredibly rare, no one's seen it. At the time, me and my brother wanted to see it more than anything in the entire world, and Justin copied it for us onto a video. And so getting that present and putting it in there, and we were like, the invasion, and me and my brothers jumped for joy, like, wow, it's so exciting. We're sitting there watching the invasion, and it's like, because it was so rare. It's not like you can buy the DVD right now. This video was bloody rare. You couldn't get it hardly. It was sitting there on Justin's shelf, and you could see it there. He was selling it, and it was like, we couldn't buy it because it was too expensive, of course, because they're worth a lot of money. And so yeah, that was wow factor. I was like, that was the best present anyone could have ever got us. It was absolutely amazing. We watched the invasion, and it was awesome. But the sound kept going, which was a shame. I'm not sure that it's like that on the real video, but the sound went really quiet during a few episodes and went really loud again. Yes, that was Infinity, and we used to watch that, and we used to sit down and watch more episodes on there. And then suddenly we walked down to the open market going, oh, I'm going to go and see Justin today. And then it was like, oh, it's gone, the Infinity's gone. What's happened to Infinity? It's disappeared. And we're like, where's Justin gone? And it was like, what? I'm like, where? What's going on? And he just went off and left. Never ever saw him again. And this was post 2005, so after 2005 sometime. And this was horrible. Like a good friend, a fantastic Doctor Who shop. There's no other Doctor Who shop in Brighton, and it was like, well, this is the only Doctor Who shop ever. Had just gone. Obviously, he'd probably been bankrupt, or it didn't work out, or the rent was too high, or something. And he just went, and it's just horrible, absolutely horrible. And just went. But Justin went. So Justin, if you're out there somewhere watching this video, hi, it's Toby. Look how much I've grown up. But yeah, I loved going in your shop, and it'd be good to hear from you if you watch this video. Yeah, and then later on, a friend of mine from church knocked on our door, and just dropped on the doorstep, opened the door, stack pile high of videos, and we were like, what? And every single one of them was a UK gold copy of Doctor Who episodes, and it's like, it was heaven for me and my brother. We were like, wow! It was like the moment we were like going, wow, and you're so bloody excited. Go through all these tapes going, oh my god, is this one? Is this one? Is this one? Is this one? Like, ah! And it was like the most exciting moment of your life, going through these and just looking like, oh, it's the Time Warrior. I've never seen that before. Wow! And then it was loads of other stories. Time Warrior is the one that I remember the most, but there was other stories in there that we'd never seen before, and that's where I kind of built it up from that, watching these UK gold copies. And it was absolutely amazing. It was so fun. You're pretty on crazy, but that was a really exciting moment as a child, getting all these recorded videotapes and watching them, which was really awesome and really fantastic. And that's the end of my video, really. I grew up as a child, become head of the Whovians YouTube channel, and yes, still collecting. Hooray! Yes, that's my story. I got really dusty fingers. Anyway, bye bye.